You know how I eased the pain of that Tom Shales review? Tom Shales is gay. And once he started really focusing on my physicality, I thought, oh, he's got the hots for me.
There's an attraction.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
There's an attraction there.
The kid, like
pulling
pulling
the
on the
ponytail.
pigtail and the girl in the schoolyard.
He's trying to get your attention, so maybe you'll call him.
He's not that hot.
Yeah, I get it. You got great hair, Adam.
Yeah, that might be it. Well, this story is breaking now as we record this. A group of former NBA players have been arrested on federal insurance fraud and wire fraud charges after they tried to defraud the NBA's health and welfare benefit plan of about $4 million. So according to the indictment returned in Manhattan federal court, the 18 ex-players teamed up to defraud the supplemental coverage plan by submitting fraudulent claims, getting reimbursed. I have a great example. One of them was playing basketball in Taiwan when he was supposedly getting $50,000 worth of root canal services and crowns at a Beverly Hills dental office. But he was in Taiwan at the time. The AP reports that prosecutors have travel records, email, GPS data that proves the ex-players were sometimes far from the medical and dental offices.
I need names.
Yeah,
I need names.
I got names. I got all the names.
No stars, but...
Oh,
Well,
come
you
on.
guys tell me. I'm sure you know better than I do. But the indictment said the scheme was carried out from at least 2017 to 2020, when the plan received false claims totaling about $4 million.
The medical professionals had to be in on it, right? Because they're providing unless it was falsified records.
I have tried several times at a doctor to be like, can you just do that? They got to put the code in. That they have to be complicit.
They're either getting kickbacks
That's
or
what
it's
I'm saying.
completely
Yeah.
false.
That's
I'm
what I'm
wondering
saying.
if I know this Beverly Hills dentist. We talked about a dentist last night, but the thing is, they had like $150 million in career earnings, that group. So it wasn't like a group of busted people.
Right,
that
just
did
for
this.
fun.
Yeah.
So I'll run down the names. Let me know if anything
Rings a bell.
strikes you. Yeah. Terrence Williams from the Nets, Allen Anderson, Anthony Allen, Desiree Allen, the only woman charged in the scheme, Shannon Brown, William Bynum, Ronald Glenn Davis, Christopher
Glenn
Douglas.
Davis? Big dog?
I guess.
Big baby.
Big
Big
baby.
baby.
That's it, yeah.
What'd you call him?
Big dog.
Oh.
It was big
That
baby.
was Glenn Robinson.
That's right. Thank you.
Melvin Eli, Jamario Moon, Darius Miles,
Darius Miles, Clippers star.
Yeah.
Milton Palacio, Ruben Patterson, Eddie Robinson, Gregory Smith, Sebastian Telfair, Charles Watson Jr., Antoine Wright, and Anthony Roten.
There's a couple all-stars in there.
Yeah.
Eddie Robinson was
Few
the
popular
legendary
people in
coach
there.
for Grambling, right?
Shannon Brown.
Eddie Robinson.
Shannon Brown
Sebastian
played for the
Telfair
Lakers?
was supposed to be great. It didn't really pan out, but he was supposed to be a great one when he was in high school. But
So this was just for fun? I mean, then what's
no,
the point?
They probably
it's
needed the money.
It's for money. You know,
Wow,
I mean,
what is going to happen?
yeah, they're gonna go to jail.
Insurance
Probably.
fraud.
I mean, unless they prove
joke.
they're.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They defrauded a insurance company.
I feel like jail is kind of like coach in that it's not good for tall people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel
Bed's
like,
not long enough.
I feel like there's a lot of ducking in jail.
Well, we just watched Shawshank together, and Tim Robbins was tall. He ducked
Very
a lot
tall.
in that
I'm
movie.
saying
did,
that
he did, yeah.
because they're stacking cells on top
Yeah.
of each other, so they shave a foot off of each cell, so they can get a fifth floor
Yeah.
up there. And it's always guys. It's a short man's game.
Yeah.
Prison, really, if you think about it. It's a lot of
Muggsy
ducking.
Bogues didn't get pulled up in
Yeah,
this.
Spud Webb. None of those guys.
These guys don't. You think they go to Gen Pop?
Well, first off, hey,
Well, this is a federal.
Doug, this
right?
is
Yeah.
this is a
federal.
movie. Because now they got to play the guards in the annual basketball game, right?
Oh man.
But they didn't know there's the ringer when they reveal,
Right.
because normally it's a
good.
bunch of white collar, guys who committed, a fraud, embezzlement or some RICO act
Yeah.
or something. But all of a sudden, you're the coach and you have this all-star
Here goes
team
Darius
of convicts.
Miles.
Well, this is like Victory. Remember with Stallone
Right.
and Pele? That
Yeah,
was soccer. But yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Space Joint.
Yeah,
The new
Space
Space Jam.
Joint. Yeah, you get the
Space
all-star.
Joint. You can
have
the
that.
all-star team shows up.
Oh my
Yeah, I
God!
like that.
Imagine watching all those guys getting off the bus going to prison. Oh my
The evil
goodness.
warden.
Well, again, I'm only thinking about Shawshank, but imagine that,
I'm
like,
thinking about
Benton, who's going to
Shawshank,
cry.
too.
Right,
who's
fresh
going to
fish.
cry for their mother first. But Federal's
I'm
a little
not supposed to be here.
Like,
Jail's jail. I don't
Somewhat.
care.
If you watch Wolf of Wall Street, you'll see it. I know Jordan Belfort, but I mean, he was playing tennis there. It wasn't.
Yeah, the
you're
one
not-
that Lori
Yeah,
Loughlin
yeah.
went to
You're
is pretty
probably
nice.
not getting gang raped in the in the
Probably.
prison.
No.
Probably.
That's probably just one-on-one rape. It's probably not a whole game.
I heard those days are like over with prisons.
The rape?
I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
I heard.
You don't watch Scared Straight.
I don't know
Oh,
if
they
they're
scared the children.
The Scared Straight, is that still around?
There's a new
But that's
version
more
of
so
it.
for children.
I know.
I would
can't
hope
stop.
children are not.
Well, they're trying to scare them. Be like, do you know what happens to me in here? But they're
Yeah.
also,
But I heard it's not like
might
it's
get a little
not
more
like
than
back
that.
in the day that was a thing.
And now they're like, you get to hang out with Darius Miles and play basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That sounds pretty cool.
yeah, people start going to jail on purpose.
Yeah.
Speaking of prison and Empire and your background, did you know Jussie Smollett well? Did you ever see signs of trouble?
No, I did not.
We are
I
going
did
right in
not.
there.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. You can go wherever you want, but
Just asking questions.
You know, that was my entry to this industry, and I honestly was just a student. I watched and I learned, and everybody was so nice to me, and I didn't.
I don't doubt
didn't-
that.
Yeah, no. I mean, and I worked with him a lot.
Sure.
A lot, and you know, we hung out on and off screen, and that whole thing caught me by surprise.
Do you think there's a second act for him? Like, we all know there's people that get publicly shamed and they're
Well, I
not-
know
they're
he's
not
definitely
bad.
working. He's definitely
he?
working. I don't know. I mean, clearly there's people who still, you know, believe in him enough to work with him. He's working, and I know he's always been like writing as well and directing and stuff like that. So I know he is
Definitely
working.
got a great imagination. So.
Yeah, he's definitely working. So, you know, I mean, I haven't really spoke to him, you know. but-
Okay.
I have the same
Sure.
question about Jordan Belfort.
Yeah. Jordan's doing great.
I mean, it doesn't
He was
sound
doing
like he
great in the movie.
I was going to say, from what I know about him, not just the movie, but it doesn't sound like he was ever not doing great.
Yeah.
I mean, he went to jail, and you can debate whether it was long enough or not.
Fancy
That's-
jail.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, that was what was so brilliant about that movie. I
Yeah.
mean, this country, you know, I mean, now they don't care about the violent criminals, but then it was, you know, if you're a white collar
Right.
criminal, you paid money, and usually you could get some leniency. But he went to jail, and I don't think it was good, and he went bankrupt, but he's bounced back,
And he
he's
does a
doing
lot of
great.
speaking engagements.
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
Oh, we're talking Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Took
I
me a
love
second.
that movie.
It's
I
a
do
really
too.
great movie.
Yeah.
Man, love that movie.
All right, what else you got, Gina Gray?
So the new law that bans almost all abortions in Texas was put on hold Wednesday by a federal judge in a challenge instigated by the Biden administration. The ruling by the U.S. District Judge Robert Pittman in Austin means the state will not be able to enforce the law, which prevents women from getting an abortion after 6 weeks of pregnancy. In his ruling, the judge said this court will not sanction one more day of this offensive deprivation of such an important right. One of the elements that makes this ban so controversial is that it contains a vigilante element that rewards people if they turn those in who are assisting or receiving an abortion. This will likely get kicked back to the Supreme Court, but yeah, right now it's on hold.
This is a never-ending cycle. Is that how it's going to go from
Well,
now on?
but we've talked about this. They structured the bill, the policy in a way that it's almost impossible to sue it because there's no it. It's people.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
people
sure.
being
That's why they did it. That's why they did the bounty system, right?
Right.
The dime droppers.
Exactly.
That's all we need is more fucking Americans tattling on more Americans. I already have every fifth asshole telling me to pull my mask up. Now this. Now he's reaching into my uterus.
Pulling out a wad of cash.
No
Yes.
thanks.
He's reaching into my uterus.
We had some hot.
Tom Shales is going to be excited to know this guy. Uterus, by the way.
I don't know. That could be a deal breaker for Tom.
You mentioned in a way how much you revered the work of Hunter Biden and his art recently.
Listen, I honestly, I'm not a Joe Biden or Hunter Biden fan, but to be honest, I was talking about my friend whose father was Ed Moses, who was a very renowned modern artist, and I wasn't even going to get into this, but whose paintings sell for, the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it was known within the circle. Artist is one of those things. It's like, I don't know, professional golfer or something. It's like not everyone knows everyone's name. You know, four or five.
You know the top.
3 or
Sure.
4 guys. But if you're in the community, you know the top 50 or 100 or whatever. But you can do this if you want, Max. But I was thinking about, you make fun of Hunter Biden all you want, but his paintings are every bit as good as Ed Moses'
Yeah.
paintings.
Oh, you
I
like
agree.
his paintings?
They're good.
I haven't seen them. I have no
Well,
idea.
we have at least
Me
one
either.
example. We
I
can
think
put up
I
for
think
you.
it kind of shows you anyone can paint. But I was like, they're I don't like. I'm not a modern art guy, but yeah, there's interesting stuff. Oh, here's what I'm saying. You couldn't A/B it next to any popular modern artist and go, oh, this is amateur art.
Right.
Or
Way
this
better
is
than this.
No, that's the problem with modern art. They're both shit. Or they're both great.
I'm
or they're
not
both
smart
something.
enough to analyze whatever
I'm
the
not
fuck
either.
That's
that
what they're
is.
counting on.
But the fact of the matter is, there's no reason anyone's looking at this guy's art besides that he likes to smoke
course.
crack with hookers.
Oh, yeah,
So,
that's
I mean, why are we talking about?
I'll
Hunter
tell you
Biden's
why.
art? Tell
But this
me.
is the interesting part about the crack smoking. Do you know how a lot of his art is made? He like blows through like
Through
a
the
pipe.
Crack pipe. Oh,
I mean,
my
I don't know if it's a
goodness.
crack pipe, but it's a pipe.
Any pipe's a crack pipe.
Any
It's quite
pipe
hard
that
If
to
you
put
believe in
crack
yourself.
is a crack pipe.
See, look,
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't lying.
What
Oh my God.
What I think
Some sort of
is he's a
straw.
marketing genius. That's what I think he is.
Well-
I mean, I don't know what else to say. Are people buying this?
Well, I'm going to tell you.
Yes.
It
Absolutely.
looks like something I seen in Home Goods.
So Hunter appeared at his first art exhibit last week, and Fox News says it's causing an ethics headache for the White House. Some of Hunter's pieces are priced up to, any guesses?
The DNC bought one for
$7,000
$25 million.
I think
said seven?
high end is $500K.
Okay.
Are you serious?
He is
That's the report.
correct. With no, oh, by the way, no formal art training.
Really?
Yeah. Fox reports that
Can
Hunter.
I say this
Yeah.
about art and or modern art? It's really all about how much fucking free time do you have. Because if you got a lot of downtime, you can paint. And if you're going to do modern painting, the world's your oyster.
Yeah, you don't need that much
I
time.
don't have enough fucking time for this.
Look, as I said, I can't debate whether someone's a great artist on this kind of stuff. I'm not smart enough to identify their influences and where it comes from. But I don't think if he was nobody, people would be looking at this and going, "Okay, we found Van Gogh." But maybe they would. I don't know.
But Breezy, like you said, I could absolutely see this at a Home Goods,
I've
at a
definitely seen
doctor's
it.
office,
I've
at a
seen it.
hotel room.
Yeah.
That dentist
hotel
office,
room,
where you,
yes.
that
Oh,
dentist
Darius
office where you get
Miles.
$50,000.
Right. So here's the rest of the rub here. Fox reports that Hunter attended the event despite the White House saying that he would not know the identities of potential buyers. Some of the guests were L.A. Mayor Eric Garcetti. And by the way, they didn't really refer to him as that. They refer to him as like
Ambassador.
like India ambassador to India, Eric Garcetti, Sugar Ray Leonard, Moby. Some of the art experts have said that Hunter's work is wildly overpriced.
Well,
Wildly.
the problem is the buyers are all going to be anonymous.
That's the
and
thing,
then
he
the
showed
Fox
up.
News angle is who are these people giving you $500,000 for this bullshit? And then aren't they doing it just to curry favor with the Biden family? Isn't this another buyout?
And that's why the White House said, fine, he won't even be there, but he comes to the party, he
That's
shakes
shady as
hands.
shit.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day. I'm probably talking about it on stage, but Joe Biden had two sons. One of them was a veteran.
Hero.
Who was a hero who wasn't doing snorting Parmesan cheese or banging hookers or taking dick pics in Vegas or anything.
Sleeping with the brother's wife.
Or sleeping with the deceased brothers. He had two sons. The one who died of the brain cancer, that was a squeaky clean one who had the military. The other one's thrown out of the military for smoking crack, fucking hookers, leaving his gun in trash cans, banging the one who died's wife. He's the one who's going to live till 90.
Well,
Now I ask you,
And
is
that's
there a
that guy.
God? Is
Wow.
there a God? And by the way, if you gave Joe Biden a thimble of beer and said, which one? You
Sodium
gotta pick
pentothal.
one. One of them.
This is more depressing than the Shales review. I gotta tell you. I mean, it's just
Personal.
And he's going to go on to do spin art, invite Sugar Ray.
I'm sure he's got a podcast.
Hey,
too now.
listen, fucking spin art. I could do spin art that would compete competitively with that
I'm
art.
sorry, but what do you know about spin art? Because spin art was the ultimate birthday party thing
yeah.
for little girls in the 80s.
For me, it was every 3 years you could go to a county fair, but don't even think about the spin art
Right.
because that's $3.
Pricey.
Right. All
Wait,
right.
That question. That guy was Joe Biden's son.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
wow.
Oh,
Let's-
you don't know about him? I'll say
boy.
No,
What's
I
the
mean,
more-
I literally grew up in Wilmington, Delaware. I've been seeing Joe
Oh,
Biden
Delaware.
since I was
Yeah.
in.
Oh, yeah, you tell
he
us.
came to every school every year. I seen him all the time. Never thought he'd be president.
Wow.
I-
Did he start every speech with, oh, listen up, Mac?
No, I mean back then. I mean he was. You're talking about early '90s. He was much younger.
Yeah,
a lot more life.
Pretty
you know what I
with it.
mean?
Wow.
He was always cool. Like it was cool when he came to the school.
That's pretty cool.
All right, let's bring it home,
You got
Gina
it.
Grad.
I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news. Do I smell like a man?
Gina Grad. That was the news with Gina Grad.
Well, last but not least, there's Blinds Galore. Blinds Galore is turning 23. You're invited to take their 50% off any order during their huge birthday sale. It doesn't get any better than this. So you order your samples today and take 50% off custom blind shades during Blinds Galore's birthday sale. Before it ends, October 12th, Blinds Galore believes you deserve high-quality, custom-built blinds and shades and shutters. Family-owned and run, mother-daughter duo. Been around for over 20 years. Yeah, I'd say they're celebrating their 23rd year in business. We use them here. I use them. I have them in my home. I have the shades, the motorized ones. You don't have to hardwire them. You can just charge them up. They have a new build your own blind tool. You just take the measurements. You can see exactly what it looks like on screen before you buy. It's Blinds Galore, right, Dawson?
Blinds Galore birthday sale is going on right now, and everything is up to 50% off. Go check out blindsgalore.com and let them know Adam sent you. That's blindsgalore.com.
It was backwards. Like, like my body was telling me yes and my mind was like no, or my mind was telling me yes and my body was telling me no. It was like, no.
Yeah.
I always thought
Well, there's a Foreigner song when he goes, my mind is racing, but my body's in the lead. So your mind was racing, but your dick and balls were out the door.